The congregation of more than 43,000 people, Joel Osteen is at the helm of America's largest megachurch. His uplifting sermons seen by nearly 10 million TV viewers in over 100 nations each and every week.
And now the popular pastor is expanding his reach into radio, launching a new channel on Sirius XM today. And also out today, his latest book, You Can, You Will, 8 Undeniable Qualities of a Winner. Pastor Joel Osteen, senior pastor at Lakewood Church, joins us this morning on the Curvy Couch. Of course, you brought your smile.
Thank you. It's great to be with you all.
It's always great to have you here. Congratulations on the radio.
Thank you.
Your own channel. Tell us all about it, your own.
I can't believe it happened.
Where can we listen and when?
It's Sirius. It's on Sirius XM. It's on channel 128. And never dreamed it would happen, but it's a 24-hour channel of my messages and services and things like that.
Well, you're just a couple over from the Fox News channel. I think it's at 114 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
We asked earlier if anybody watching had a question for you. As it turns out, thousands of people do.
Okay. Well, you got to get used to this for your radio show, so go ahead.
That's right. So anyway, here's a question from Teresa. She wrote on Facebook to Joel. How do we know which direction God is sending us? We are going through a rough period and praying for his guidance. So, help Teresa if you want.
You know, sometimes, Teresa, it's difficult, but I think you just have to search your heart. You have to follow that peace on the inside, and you have to pray. Just God open the right doors and close the wrong doors. And I believe if you're, if you honor God, he'll close the wrong doors, and he will give you direction. But, sometimes you have to figure out, is this my will or God's will? But I believe if you have a pure heart, God's going to help you.
How do you know which is the wrong door to close?
Well, I always pray God close the doors for me.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it just doesn't work out. Like this Sirius deal we tried 5 years ago, and it just wasn't right and all that. And I said, you know what? It's not the right time. I just didn't feel peace about it. And then, 6 months ago, it all fell into place. And I thought, okay, God, it's just your timing. And I think sometimes we try to knock doors open. And I'm all for being persistent and determined. But sometimes you got to say, okay, you know what? This may not be the right thing for this time. It doesn't mean it's closed forever.
Wow.
Right.
And that peace is an indicator, you say, right?
It really
just
is.
keeps you kind of calm. Sally wrote this: how can I get past the grief of losing my mom?
It's difficult. I think you have to, take it a day at a time. Sometimes you think, how can I go on another 6 months or another year? But God doesn't ask you to. He says, can you go on 24 more hours? So I think you have to get up in the morning and say, okay, God, I'm asking you for strength for today. And you just have to remember the good memories. I remember when I lost my dad, I thought the same thing. But, if you'll stay in faith, I know God will always open up another door. What I thought would be the darkest hour when my dad died, because I worked with my dad. We were best friends. But you know what? It launched me into what I'm doing now. And I thought, it'll never be as good as when my dad was here. And, of course, I miss my father. But, it launched me into, something even better.
But what about someone who hasn't experienced faith before? If you're already coming from a place of faith, it's hard enough.
Yeah.
And I think you then question God, kind of slam the door on him. But what if you've never had a relationship and don't have faith and you're going through this time?
It's hard. I think it's hard without faith. And that's why I encourage people in those tough times, it's a time to turn to God. You don't have to be a religious type person, or, a lot of people weren't raised in church like me. But you know what? You call out to God. I mean, he's the creator. He has a purpose for our life. I don't believe anything we go through is a surprise to him. And in those difficult times, it may feel odd, but you need to say, God, help me. I believe God will be there to give you a peace and a strength and bring new friends and to help you get through these times.
Right, and the guy's last big thing was giving Jeter that hit in his last step out of Yankee Stadium to win that game. That was, there's a lot of people that can believe in God after that. Now, Joel, how do you stay so positive?
I don't know, Brian. This has been my natural personality.
Really?
I do believe I live what I teach, and when I ask other people to do, I get up and find something to be grateful for. I mean, I think we can all find something.
Point out something that's good.
Yeah, because it's how you start the day many times will determine how your day's going to go. And it's easy to get up and think, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to deal with these kids. I got so many things. But you got to find something.
Sounds like Elisabeth every day.
No, not
So today when you...
I'm only kidding.
So today
No,
when
but
you
I
got
need
up,
this motivation
you
right
knew
here.
you were coming on Fox and Friends. Is that what made you happy?
That's maybe to see you guys.
Was it about the radio deal? Was it about the book deal?
You can, you will is what you said to yourself.
That's right. I can get through this.
These 8 undeniable qualities, one of them was serve others. Why is that important?
Because sometimes when you get only focused on yourself, I believe you can tend to lose your joy, lose your, just the victory in life. I think we were created to help others, to do something good for somebody else. And when it's always my dreams, my goals, my plans, even my problems, it's self-centered. And I think when you reach out, when you reach out and do something for somebody else, it brings you joy. And I think it's a seed you sow for help in your own time of need.
Very good. Once again, on XM, you're going to be over there later today at what channel?
Yes, channel 128.
All right.
You got yourself an hour show, your wife's got an hour show, and then it's up to everybody else.
That's right.
All right. Sounds good, Joel.
And
Congratulations.
thanks for answering so many questions,
Oh, well,
too.
thank you guys. You're always a joy to be with.
We
Okay,
love
You
when
Can,
you're
You
here.
Will is the name of the book.